Hello folks and welcome to a new game demo. This is called Factory Magnate and it promises to be a factory builder production thing that's supposed to be stress-free, carefree, no bad guys. You just build and optimize. And that sounds awesome. Sounds like something you just sit back and kind of go through. I don't know anything about it, but let's go ahead and jump into it all. I've done and seen the store page for it and that's about it. So I'm looking forward to it here. So welcome engineer. Riley Circuit is going to help us guide us through this. We're building the ultimate fabrication matrix. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and see what we got. The objectives are complete. These objectives are your stepping stones to progress. Each time you unlock one, new opportunities unlock, new items, new blocks. Okay, cool. All right, so we complete the objectives. You turn the items into the hub. Sounds very factory builder-esque. So we need to go through. We have to make sure we're doing stuff for the objective, and then we sell that stuff for money, which I'm assuming we use to buy more things. All right, we can move with our keyboard or mouse, and zooming is add or subtract or is mouse scroll wheel, and we have the codex. Okay, cool. Hold on, what was that last thing about some key bindings can be changed now? Okay. First, we have to build a hub. Okay, so let's take a look here. I'm assuming that's down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our hub. So I'm just going to put that kind of towards the middle of where we're at. And we'll go up to the top right-hand side and claim that. Okay, cool. Now we need to get some resources. So we got to build a miner, and we're going to get some copper ore. All right. And then we need a conveyor belt, obviously. And that's going to go into the hub. All right. Resources are infinite, so you'll never run out. Okay. Okay, just build a... Okay, so it makes sense. They're suggesting to just build hubs close to things. So we need copper ore, so we're going to get our miner here. And then we're going to build this out and there. That's what I need to do. Oh, there we go. It's doing something. Did I just need to place this one somewhere else? How do I get rid of things? Hold the right click button. Okay, this one doesn't seem to be doing what it's supposed to. Which is fine, I suppose. Let's go back over here. All right, so we need to get we need to get 10 total ore there. Okay, that's fine. And there's no cost for it. Oh, I guess there is cost. There's a balance up there. So like this costs $50, so I could theoretically just put that there and put a whole bunch of these miners. And can I just have them all feed up into there? Or is that not going to be a thing? And what are these guys? Are these birds or are these people? I don't know. All right, we're going to claim that. Okay. We need to build a furnace. It doesn't require any fuel. So no need to feed it coal. Does it work without fuel? Who knows? Okay, cool. So what do we do with the furnace? We click on it to select a recipe and then it does stuff. Okay, that's fun. And that's it for the basics. Okay, cool. So we got a furnace available to us here. Oh, I can zoom out. Okay. Just trying to take a look around and see what kind of different... So like there's sand way over there. Oh, I need to make a copper ingot. Okay. So I'll just place that over here. Then zooming in, we'll click on that. We'll select the recipe and I want a copper ingot. So we'll close that. And then let me try to figure out why these things don't want to work the way I asked them to. There they go. All right, we'll just leave that be. Select recipe, copper ingot, select recipe. Okay, there we go. Now, do I need to unload those copper recipes into like the hub? I do. So let's build a new hub. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Nothing too wild or crazy. I do enjoy the little glow as you see when this fires up. There'll be a little glow. Let me click off there. See a little glow, and then you'll start seeing, there it is. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I really like that little effect. Nothing like wild or crazy, but it's cool. Okay, so I'm going to build this over here just to save ourselves some time here. I don't know if that's a good or bad plan, but that's the plan we're going with. So we got it. So we're spending 45 a minute and we're making 73 a minute. So as long as we keep that up, we'll be in good shape. We just have two more of our ingots to make, and then we'll be in real good shape. Question, can I do something like that and have that one go straight into there? Yeah, I can. There we go. All right, we're going to claim that set up here. All right, and then what do we get? We get, belt speed, which is uncommon. The miner here, reinforced drill head, increases that. So we got a compressor. Utilizes press to transform desert materials, so we need to get a sheet of copper. Okay. I'm going to do that, and then the sheet of copper. I'm going to put the miner in, not miner. This thing, the compressor. I'm just going to put that there for right now. Select the recipe. And that needs, okay. So we're going to get rid of that, get rid of that. We'll put that in right there. And then we'll put a hub in over there for that to output stuff too. Then we'll click on that, select the recipe, and it's already set there. So we'll select that recipe. There it goes, and that's going to get compressed. And we get a sheet. And you actually click on it and see the process here. It takes 4 seconds to make it. Over here, you can see the process. It takes 4 seconds to make that. And on here, it takes 4 seconds to make those guys. Very cool. All right, let's go exploring while we're doing all that. So it's not an infinite world. It does end. Looks like that's probably that's forest. Okay. That's iron ore. More copper. More forest. More forest. More copper. We have sand and grass. I thought this had something about coal. I haven't seen any of that yet. Nope, no idea where all that's at. That's okay. Doesn't really matter. I'm assuming we're gonna have to burn some trees or something. I don't know. That would be more charcoal, not coal. All right, we're claiming something anyway. Let's see what we got. The furnace speeds up. I think we want to speed up, especially because these two are common. Let's pick the uncommon one. And we're going to go with a metalsmith. It cuts and fabricates metals into that. So we're going to do that. Okay. So that's going to go away. Now we have a metalsmith that's going to go in there. And then bring that down. And we'll throw that into another hub. Cool. We're going to set a recipe. We'll select that recipe. And it's already doing it. Fantastic. Yeah, those have to be birds. They're interesting looking at least. So these guys should be producing. Yeah, see, they're producing faster now. So we should have a nice backlog of stuff, which is what we want. See, our income's up to almost 500 per minute. There, it's over 500. And our expenses are only 150. So we're making money. Always good to see. And our copper wire is moving along here. Also quite happy with this setup here. So we got all of that going. Is there anything we can do with the water? I like that they had little animations in there. But we already did our copper wire, so we'll claim that. Let's see. Uncommon is that guy. Common. All right, so we're going to take that one. And we got an excavator. Automatically produce resources depending on what it's built on. So we're going to need to put an excavator on sand. Okay, so we need to make 20 sand. So let's see. Is that sand there? That is sand there. Do I want to put it so close to... There's not much. Like, there's a huge area of sand over there. But I think I'm going to try to keep everything closer to home right now because I don't know what I'm doing. And that's always a potential problem here. So I'll do that. Put a hub right there. Does not seem to like side loading things. Or is it because I have to select the recipe? I have to select the recipe. Oh, and I put the put the wrong thing in. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I need an excavator. Why doesn't it want to turn? You can turn. Oh, there we go. Okay. Doesn't really cost us that much, I don't think. There we go. All right, so that's all flowing, doing its thing. Fantastic. We'll claim that. Boom. What do we got here? Excavator's going faster. Compressor and furnace. I think I'll want to speed up the furnace to try to get that line going up, even though it's a common upgrade. And we have a router. Ooh. So we're going to use a furnace to now make silicon. Okay, that's easy enough. So the router easily enables us to cross things like a bridge. I need a furnace that we're going to place down here. Get rid of all of this stuff. Can I merge these all onto a single belt is the question. So we're going to go there, silicon, and select that recipe. And then that's just going to come out here, and it's going to go into a temporary hub. Although I'm not a huge fan of how all of this belt stuff works. It's a little confusing, and I'm also not that smart, so it's extra confusing for me. Let's see. All right, at least that's doing its thing. We got to make 20 of those? That's a lot. But I do like the animations quite a bit. Should put them up here. And then... Oh, no. We're going to put them up a little higher. There we go. Because then I should be able... In a perfect world, I'd be able to run them in there in a place that makes sense. But looks like they're doing their thing. Yep, there they go. So we have 2 of those doing their thing. We're making lots more money right now. I'm assuming there's going to be stuff that gets more expensive here in a little while and all of that. Let's take a look at our codex real fast. Okay, so you can bind keys for different things. That's cool. We have different items that we've discovered. Our tutorial pages, if we haven't unlocked everything, but how to do some stuff and then some general tips. Okay, very cool. It's not a complex graphical game, but I kind of dig it. I like the simple style of all this. I do appreciate that there's no rush. It's just kind of just chill, do what you want. Progression's a little slow right now, and that's fine. It should be slow because that's what these games are. You build up the cool stuff. All right, so we have a container available. It stores a single type of item. We can configure the input and output so it can flow. Very cool. And we need a compressor to make a silicon wafer. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, we're going to definitely speed up the miner. Or do I want to... Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Okay, so now we need to put in a compressor right there. So I'm going to get rid of that. Put the compressor in there. Hubby Hub is going to go over there. And then we'll put that in there like so. You are going to make the wafer. Select that recipe. All right, while we're doing that, let's take a look at the container. You see it's going to fill up there. It has a max capacity of 100. And I should probably put another container right there. I think I screwed that up. Yeah, I screwed that up. It needs to have a space on either end to do its thing. But I still like it, especially because I don't know how to merge belts relatively easily right now, so it might be a way that we could look at that and get it all set. Do I want to throw another compressor over here? Might as well. I like that they also show an icon, like when they're in there. You can see, and then it disappears. That's kind of neat. Why are you not making stuff? Oh, you need wire too. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, let's fix all this. Come here. Come on. All right, so let's see. Right now, I'm just going to have those flow into there. This is a lot. So let's actually just have that go into... Nope, we're going to get rid of that. Just going to have that go into a container for now. So we build that up. And then to build... What am I building? The wafers, we need to go into the compressor thingy. All right, we'll do that right over here. Try to get it out of the way a bit, I guess. All right. Again, the routing on these belts is rather annoying. It's the only thing I don't like so far about this is like, I want to be able just to merge the belt. Why can't I merge the belt? So let's see if I do something like this. Nope, that just screws everybody up, doesn't it? Okay. There's no way to do that from what I can tell. So I'll do that. We need that coming out, and that's just going to go into a hubby hub. It's curious that I can't really do much with that, but let's see if we can take some of this, just throw it into there. See, that's dumb that it doesn't just merge in there. That's the only complaint I have so far. I want to be able to do different things there, and I can't. And it's frustrating. All right, that's doing its thing. We need to make 30 of these bad boys. We already did 10. Fantastic. It's not a big deal. I do like that the cost and the ease of everything is not a big deal. I do wish we could merge lines. I don't know if there's a way to do that. So like we have stuff that we can have them act like bridges, but that's not what I want. I want to be able to have all this stuff just go straight in, and that's not a thing I can do right now. So that's a little disappointing. But beyond that, like it's working, it's running, it's playing nicely. Scrolling sometimes freezes up randomly. Like I'm scrolling quite a bit, and it takes a lot of scrolling to be able to go zoom in and out quickly. Like sometimes it seems to do it really quickly, and other ones it just kind of hangs for a bit. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, this is I kind of dig this one. I want to see where it goes and what it does. The only suggestions I really have for this game right now, let me merge multiple belts together, especially if they're carrying the same material. That may be coming later. Again, I don't know. This is the first time I've opened this game up, and the scrolling's a little funky sometimes. But beyond those things and the belts are terrible as far as changing directions. But it's a demo. It can get changed. I'm sure it's an update that can be easily made. Not that I know anything about video game making, but I imagine if you can do all this, you can figure out the belts. But folks, I think that's going to wrap us up here for today. Ooh, look at that. Sell values increased by 5%. That's a rare one. We'll take that. All right. So we got iron ingots. We're going to go do a whole bunch of stuff here. But I think you got the point. So folks, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.